everybody on the occasion of the World Refugee Day, celebrating this important event with us. I see a lot of familiar faces, people from different walks of life, refugees from different communities. I just wanted to start by thanking my staff and board. If you see the people in green shirts, those are the people you should be going to, because they are the ones we are having here today, coordinating volunteers and everybody else. So just look out for the green shirts. You cannot do much without a strong team, and I'm really grateful to have that team around to make this work happen. We serve hundreds of people a year, and it's because of these people. We also wanted to thank our community and partners, people from different parts of the world, refugees from Congo, Syria, Somalia. I cannot even count everybody, then I will miss. But everybody's here and people are coming. The program is going up to 4. If rain or shine, we'll go inside the building when it rains. Hopefully not. I wanted to quickly thank our partners, Dorcas International Institute of Rhode Island. Beautiful day. Hey, Dorcas, Bah, I see Bah out there. Hey, Claudia, how are you? We want to thank New Bridges for Haitian Success, our partners from Haiti. We want to also give shout out to Beautiful Day. They have a tent out there, the granola, check it out. We want to thank other partners from the different communities. So everybody who is working with us, including the Childhood-Led Action Project. Actually, I saw Laura Arion. Hey, Laura. So a few people made this, and partners made this event successful. I'll call out the names quickly. And that is Olga's restaurant. They gave us some pastries. Stop and Shop gave us a gift card. Walmart, Blue State Coffee, you can have the breakfast over there. They gave us enough coffee and cookies to serve 50 people for breakfast. So go help yourselves. I also want to thank the Department of Health, Wildflower Cafe, Neighborhood Health Plan, Lifespan Community Health, Community Relations and Cooperation, La Gigante Meat Market, Joe's Meat Market, the Huddle Group, who are great friends of the Refugee Dream Center, Refugee Congress in Washington, D.C., that operates under the UNHCR. I also wanted to thank Councilwoman Mary Kay Harris. She made it possible for us to close that street here today. So we are really grateful. Yeah, that's what we need from a councilwoman, right? She's amazing. She's really great. And their Direct Rights for Action and Equality, they own this building where we operate. And without them, Refugee Dream Center would be probably in the streets. They are amazing partners, and we are grateful to them. We also want to thank Sodexo. Sodexo are the ones that supply food to the school district. They gave us a lot of hamburgers and hot dogs, and you'll find them here today. And Renaissance Church, most of the tables and chairs you see around are from Renaissance Church next door. And one of our closest partners, the Cranston Christian Fellowship. You guys heard from Pastor Rick Moore, who prayed earlier on for us, and we want to be grateful to the CCF. I want to recognize quickly Lieutenant Governor once again, General Treasurer Seth Magaziner, who was earlier on with us, Congressman David Cicilline, who left, and also Nick, who represents Senator Whitehouse, is from Senator Whitehouse's office. I thank you for making it. A little later, we'll be having Senator Jack Reed join us in a little bit later too. So I just wanted to start with statistics quickly before Fred comes in. We have over 65 million people displaced around the world. 65 million people. And these are people who are either internally displaced in refugee camps, and most of the time it's because of wars and conflicts. Suffering that is caused by human beings. And that is what we have right now. Over 22 million of these people are registered as refugees, meaning that we have over 40 million who are almost unaccounted for because they may be internally displaced or unregistered somewhere. Of those 22 million people, only about 1% get resettled out of refugee camps. And you can see the desperate situations people are going through around the world. Less than 1%, we talk about 150,000 to 200,000 get resettled to America, United Kingdom, Sweden, Australia, and other parts of the world. America used to resettle most of these people until about 1 or 2 years ago, and we know what happened. About an average of 100,000 people used to come to America every year, and they'll be distributed across cities in the country. But now, by last year, that number from 100,000 dropped to 53,000. And your guess is as good as mine. This year, we are expecting about 19 to 20,000. That is a drop from 100,000 to 20,000. And if the trend continues with these monthly statistics we are having, we are not expecting more than 10,000 refugees next year. So currently, the refugee ban is happening. I just wanted to take us back to the refugee camps where refugees are suffering. And when we celebrate this day, we don't only want to be doing the fanfare, the dancing, the speeches, and also the different activities we are doing here. It is to celebrate the resilience of refugees, but also to remember the suffering that is happening out there. Yes. Personally, today, last month, as I commemorated my 11 years anniversary in this country. Yeah, 11 years. Yeah, man. So, 11 years ago, I landed at TF Green Airport. Believe it or not, I did not know anybody in this state. Actually, I did not know Rhode Island until a day before my arrival. I heard Rhode Island, I thought it's an island, and went to the American embassy and asked them. I was told I'm going to America. And now you're taking me to an island. I was panic-stricken, I was paranoid and scared because I had no idea where I was going to. That is the typical journey of a refugee. You come in and start your journey from scratch. I had no family or friend, and from there started to rebuild my life. I was suffering. I went through so much stress and trauma and PTSD that no one actually talked to me about to help me. But with the support of communities around, friends, supporters, a welcoming community in Rhode Island, I was able to find a home. I was made to feel comfortable. From hopelessness, I was given hope. From homelessness, starting from scratch with nothing, I had a home. I bought a home within 4 years, reunited with my wife, got 2 kids who were born here. My mom joined us, and today I founded a center that serves hundreds of refugees a year because with the experience I went through, I thought I can make a difference. And I went through to grab all the opportunities that I could in this country, from homes to serving people, to getting the good jobs that I could, to education. I had 2 master's degrees and I'm at doctoral level right now. This country gave that to me. In all my life, I'm trying to be an example and to be a mirror to the rest of the refugees, but also not only refugees, just anybody who I come into contact with. To serve as a mirror, so that when people look at me, they say, if he can do it, I can also do it, or I can probably even do more. Yes. It is not because of me, it's because of this country, because the people we find here, the friends, the people that we interact with every day, the Americans. It is not strangers who are dropping from Mars. It is people we come into contact with every day. They give us hope, they give us opportunities and make us to believe that anything that is possible, we can make it happen. So in the quest for meeting the American dream, I have been going through that process to make everything that I can, grab everything that I can to make it happen. That is why we call this center the Refugee Dream Center. But in as much as we celebrate today, we remember the resilience of refugees out there. We want to advocate for more refugees to be brought to this country. Congressman Cicilline emphasized that point. All the other speakers, Dan McKee and Seth Magaziner, all mentioned this. We need Rhode Island and America in general to be examples and a beacon of hope to continue to be that. And we will make sure we make our voices heard for that to continue to happen. These 20,000 refugees we are expecting this year should go beyond that and go back to 100,000 or 110,000 as we expected before. Yes. And that is because America is the leader in the world. It is not by force that we are taking these refugees. We are just intervening to help and give hope and support to people suffering out there that we know we can make a difference in their lives. That is why when we think about the millions of refugees in the different camps around the world, just think about how women die in labor in these camps, how women get attacked and raped in these camps. We have tents here to cover us from the rain today. In the refugee camps, what we have is mostly tents from basic plastic or tattered clothes, old clothes, or tight roofs that people organize, and then that becomes their homes for the rest of their lives. And the minimum time people stay in camps is 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I see a lot of youth that come to our programs here. They were born in camps. I ask them, where are you from? They say, I'm from Iran, but they're from Afghanistan because they are born in Iran. Where are you from? I'm from Congo, but they are from Rwanda because they were born in Congo, in a camp. People lose their identity. They stay in camps, in those tents for the rest of their lives. So we want the U.S. to continue that global leadership, being a beacon of hope and being supporters of humanity and being that example in the world, leaders in the world, to bring refugees to this country. We cannot renege on that promise. And that is why when things happen, as it is happening right now, especially in the southern border, we cannot be silent, because when we are silent, we will be judged by history. We cannot be silent in times of difficulty, in times of pain. We cannot be silent when women are used as currency in South Sudan and they are raped and kidnapped and given out to warlords as gifts, as weapons of war. We cannot be silent when children are recruited by ISIS and also in Congo, in Somalia, in Afghanistan and everywhere, used as as soldiers and children of war, committing crimes and also made to experience vulnerable situations. We cannot be silent in that front. We have to speak out, because if we are silent, all of us will be judged by history. That is why when somebody decided to put people in concentration camps and kill millions of people, today those who are silent are also judged by history. It's not only the perpetrator. When somebody decided to kill 1 million people in Rwanda and people were silent, those people are currently judged. We have to speak out when women are used also as weapons of war in Congo, and the systematic killing of Rohingya Muslims minority in Burma. We have to speak out about that. We cannot be quiet, and we are the ones who can make that difference. But most importantly, close to home, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot be quiet today when America, the leader of the moral aptitude of this world, is imprisoning and putting children in concentration camps within this country, not even outside. That is uncalled for. We cannot be quiet about it. We cannot be silent. And we want everybody, every moral voice to rise up and be heard and condemn it to the utmost best to make sure that this does not happen. We cannot have a vindictive president creating policies to punish people and commit crimes against humanity that we would have been going against people around the world and even arrest dictators. But we are doing it right here within our yard. We cannot be watching that happen. So I'm grateful to Congressman Cicilline for going to visit there, represent Rhode Island. And again today, as we celebrate this day, under the yoke of the towering statue of Roger Williams, reminding us that this state was founded by refugees and is a state that is actually a state of refugees, founded by somebody who escaped from Massachusetts to find freedom. We want to commend the Native Americans who gave him home and created the land for him to stay. And then we want to thank Rhode Islanders in particular. They give us home, they welcome us, they're creating that opportunity for us to prosper and become part of them. So the things that are happening in this country is not Americans, because the people who are funding us are Americans. The people who are giving us homes are Americans. Today you see everybody who brought food and donations and people who are supporting around are Americans. People who are speaking out are Americans. 90%, probably 50% of people here today are Americans. You go to the State House, Steve can bear me witness, everybody who comes there to protest, majority are Americans. So it is not Americans doing this evil, it is just a small minority, and we just have to join Americans and show that this is a great country, amazing people, and let's continue to the journey to be Americans ourselves. Become good citizens, vote, pay taxes, and avoid trouble. And thank you so much once again for the welcome, for the attention, and we enjoy the day. And food is around. There'll be more stuff happening during the day. Thank you so much.